Today is a huge day because it is 7 days until the wedding, and so we have a lot going on that we still need to do, and this video is going to be like entirely wedding prep, running errands, doing all of my appointments, glowing up for the wedding, just all of the last preparations. And I genuinely cannot believe that we're here. Like, I'm so excited for this week, which just feels so fun. But right now we're going to grocery shop for regular groceries because surprisingly enough, we actually have to like live this week and eat and make meals. Also, we're going to go pick up all the mixers for our drinks at Kroger, and then also go to the liquor store itself. We do have, Zach's getting all the ice off. We do have bartenders, but we have to supply all of the alcohol, which is actually like a large amount. Like, it's quite a bit. And we've been getting it in several goes, and today is our last go. So very excited. Literally 1 week from today. 7 days from today is when our wedding is. Our wedding corner has expanded, but we have bought all the alcohol now and all of the little mixers that go with it. So if you remember, we're doing a peach paloma, which requires a lot of peach nectar, and a blueberry vodka sour, basically, but it's like not exactly a vodka sour. But so we have 9 liters of Sprite sitting around. We have so much, 9 2-liters of Sprite. It's not even 9 liters. It's 9 2-liters of Sprite. And we got a whole lot of lemon juice for that. This is blueberry juice sitting in here. We have a whole lot of lime juices too to go in the peach paloma. I made these. I didn't make them. I tied the bows for these maybe yesterday, 2 days ago. And I really like how they turned out. I feel like they're cute all together. But these will be bridesmaids glasses. I think they're so cute. And then definitely the biggest volume over here is alcohol, but we have to bring that. So getting enough for a lot of people is kind of a lot. I had my first wedding planning cry about 5 minutes ago, which is kind of embarrassing because I don't think I've cried yet because of wedding planning, which is a good thing. Like, I was planning on that being my story, and I feel like it's embarrassing to make it this long, and then 5 days before the wedding, 6 days before the wedding, that's when I go. But basically most things have been wonderful, and I expect the wedding to be wonderful. The difficulty of wedding planning for me has been whenever people don't do what they're supposed to do as vendors. And I feel like it's hard because in my head, I'm like, I know vendors have lives. I know vendors are people too. And also, like, if this is your business and what you are like exchanging money for, like, I'm gonna pay you hard-earned money, then why, like, why are we not doing what we're supposed to do? There's been several instances of that throughout this, and like, I try to be so grateful because I promise you, like, I'm not a bridezilla, and I am not like someone who's gonna come on social media and say that and then behind the scenes be like so uptight and like requiring. No, like, genuinely for all of the wedding, it's been like chill, calm, the day is gonna happen. What's most important is that our people are there with us. Like, that is what we've been feeling this whole time. So then it's just been like small things truly throughout the process of like vendors not answering a call when it's scheduled or things like that, where it's like, this is your job. Like, this is if you have a meeting at work, you can't just not do it, especially when it's like direct consumer. Like, I'm paying you money to do this. But the reason for my tears, if we must get into them, I did have a vitamin water today at work. I'm trying to stay hydrated and rested this week and low stress, which it's not starting off very well, but I had a vitamin water that said that it was supposed to help with beauty and make me glow, so at least there's that. But the reason for the tears today is that my venue is like relatively inclusive. It is not all inclusive, but there are several things they include, and they also were a very good networking point for us with other wedding vendors. Like, they have preferred lists of vendors that is like the vendor has to apply, they have to be in good standing with the venue, they have to have like very good experiences with brides. Like, brides have good experiences with this vendor for them to stay on the preferred vendor list. And then for catering, they have exclusive vendors. DJ is like an exclusive vendor, but like other things you get to pick from the preferred vendors list. And they said from the front, like, if you pick someone that's not on our preferred list, like, we'll need several things from them, like certificates of insurance since they'll be working on site, and like things that seemed like relatively reasonable. But our videographer, this makes me so sad. Our videographer was on the preferred vendors list. That's how I picked them. I like liked the videos that I saw that they did. And then we had a call with them back in like June, and they were great, like very personable. They were very open about like, these are the different things we'll do at all these different stages of the process. And I was like, great, sounds wonderful. And then my vendor let me know in like October that the videographer, they just needed an updated copy of their insurance and also of their drone license in order for them to like be able to work on site with the insurance. And then like, I don't know why they need the drone license, but I believe them, whatever. And so part of me kind of felt like it was funny, like if I picked them from your preferred vendors list that you said I don't have to get approved because they're your preferred ones, why is it on me to get those papers whenever I don't even know like what the papers necessarily are? Like there's a lot of acronyms and stuff like that, but I was like, that's fine, whatever. It took me 6 weeks to get a response from the videographer for the updated insurance. And like insurance, especially at a preferred relationship, like venue to vendor, you'd think you would just have. It took 6 weeks and I had to send like 2 emails, and then I finally got a response that was like, yes, sounds great, like we can get this to you, I'll get it to you ASAP. And then I didn't hear anything from them for a month. And this was like with sending follow-up emails, like I called several times and left voicemails, and not like excessively. Like it was like once a week email being like, hey, just following up on this, like this is very important and the wedding's coming up, like can you please send it? And then the voicemail being like, you know, if you need anything from me, let me know, like little old bride here, if I can help, just let me know. And they did not answer until last week when it was less than 2 weeks from the wedding, and they sent the insurance. And so I was like, oh phew, finally. And so I forwarded it to the coordinator at the venue, and apparently it's incomplete. And so she answered them and like sent a sample and was like, these are the boxes that are missing information, like if you could please fix this and then please send it back like now, like as soon as possible, so that wedding day can go smoothly. And then she just had to send another follow-up to them today, which is kind of what stressed me out, because it's like I knew it was true, but like also she's stressing me out. But basically she was like, we need this now, and if you do not get this to us before the wedding day, like you can't work on site, like this is our requirement to work on site. Which like makes sense from the venue standpoint, that they want the people working on their venue to be insured in case anything were to happen. But like, if I pick from the preferred vendors list that you're telling me these are the people you want to work with, then why is it on me to start with? I do not want to bad talk people. Like I understand people are people, but like why does it take that long to submit a paper? And then it was incomplete, so now they don't even have a paper submitted. So it's like in my head, like today is Monday and it's Sunday is the wedding, which like sure there's time there, except like these were due months ago. Like why? Why are we making me stress the week leading up to the wedding to where like I'm already kind of resigned to the fact that like I'm not getting a wedding video, which sucks. And if that is the case, like if they're not allowed to work on site because they didn't submit the proper paperwork on that day, then like I imagine we'll get our money back. I would hope so at the very least, but then I'm missing out on like a videographer, and that's the one thing that like, I don't know, with flowers and everything, I'm like, I trust your vision, whatever you think looks good, like decor, I'm like, I trust your vision, whatever you think looks good, like I just don't have like specific images in my head. Like I never like, I don't know, even with dresses, it wasn't like, oh, I just like picture myself in this and like I just grew up wanting this like dream wedding. Like I haven't had any of those things, and more so it's just like fun party that like family and people we love get to be at. But the one thing is like I love wedding videos, and I like used to watch wedding videos like as a 12-year-old on my like unsupervised YouTube time, would like watch wedding videos and be like, oh, one day that'll be me like having a wedding. And so that's really the part that feels important to me, and TBD. TBD. So that's the part that sucks, is that like that's the one thing that like growing up I'm like, oh, I can't wait for my wedding so that I can have like a beautiful video like this. And then part of me also feels like if we're spending all of this money on the wedding, like I would love for it to be able to be documented and like see our guests and like get clips of like all the precious moments and things that like we can look back on and like remember for a long time. And it's like, how silly is it that like not being able to get a paper in on time and like not being able to make it be complete is gonna be like what has that effect, whereas like now I don't get that. Whenever I watch other people's like wedding week videos, I feel like all of them, there's like a picture in the thumbnail of them crying and they're like emotional, and like up until this point I haven't felt that because it's been like smooth sailing. And like I kind of hate that I'm like this sad about it, because like what matters about our wedding is that the people that we love are there and that we're getting married. Like that is number one. But then it's just like that second tier where it's like not really about the marriage, it's more so about like that's the one thing, like thinking of like little me watching wedding videos and being like, oh, one day like I'll have this cute little song playing and I'll be like walking down the aisle. Like I want to be able to remember those things, and like we'll have pictures, and I love our photographer and I'm really excited for her to capture the day in that way. But I feel like I'm just worried now that because of the lack of responsiveness we're not gonna get a video on the wedding day, and that kind of just sucks. And I mean, worst case scenario, like I'll get my old camera and just like pass it around to people and be like, can you film what you can? But that's the part that's like in my brain, I just like can't wrap my head around it. Whereas like if you're gonna be a wedding videographer and have a whole company and a whole business, why why are we doing this? And we've already paid them a lot of money. That's honestly, like, we paid more for video than we did for flowers. We paid more for video than for pictures. We paid more for video than for catering, because it was like the one thing that was important to me. I'm hoping that there'll be like some happy update and it'll just be like, they'll email it and it'll be correct. But even if at this point, if they email it and it's correct and it's fine, why did we do all of this? Like, why couldn't we have sent it in December 19th when it was due? Wedding week vlog, emotional. So I have made a recovery. Don't worry. And we're refocusing back on being stress-free and well-rested and hydrated this week. My recovery is just personal. I have not received any documents that I need yet, but today I'm gonna work on finalizing my vows. We're doing private vows at our first look and then just doing like recited vows at the ceremony, because I think that'll make both me and Zach more comfortable with expressing feelings, and just makes the first look moment be sweet and special and fun, even more so. But so I need to finish my actual like vows, what I want to say, and then copy them down into the vow book so that they're all cute. I honestly did not sleep well at all last night. I think I was awake from like 12 to 4, minus maybe like 20 minutes in there that I was actually sleeping like you're supposed to in the night. So we're gonna do a big coffee today. I got out of bed late. I have a free coffee at Starbucks, but I think that I don't think I'd be able to get there before work, which is kind of a bummer. So I'll just get a coffee. We have like a coffee shop at work that I don't usually go to. Whenever I worked on Christmas Eve, I think it was, they gave a voucher for a free drink at the coffee shop, which was great. Ooh, going moisturizer straight into necklace. It's a little difficult. Gosh. Well, I just got a call from an Amazon delivery driver, which honestly, 7:26 feels really early for Amazon deliveries, but who was having trouble finding the apartment, and then at the same time, this had a bigger clasp on it so I could get this necklace on. I feel like I had several trains of thought and they all got lost whenever all that just happened. But coffee today, oh my gosh. Having to go to work the week of the wedding is not the vibe. It's not the move. Technically, I could have taken more time off if I wanted to, but I didn't want to just burn through all of my PTO when realistically, I'm not actually doing like a whole day's worth of wedding things. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You know what? I just had this like flashback because last night I kept dreaming that I got the correct documents from video, and then I would wake up and it wouldn't be true. But then also I just remembered in my dream, it was like my wedding had happened and then I immediately booked a haircut and I like cut my hair too. It was like so specific. It was like literally my hairstylist that I was doing too. But I cut my hair to like probably like there in my dream last night. I haven't tried this yet. It's the Clinique Happy perfume. And I feel like maybe these are the vibes that we need for today. Thank you for listening to me talk. Oh, we haven't checked yet what the weather guess is, the forecast for Sunday. It's been changing every day, so I'm really putting not a lot of weight in it. Right now it says low of 30, high of 48. Kind of cloudy all day. Like not ideal, but it's not the worst. Because the day before is a 75% chance rain, which that would be a lot uglier. And then it really just gets colder on out from there, so I'll take what I can get.
Give me love, give me all your love, oh, 'cause I want you. No one else makes me feel this way, don't know what you do. Hold my hand, could you hold my hand, look me in the eyes. You and me, yeah, that's all I need, and I'll be alright. I'll be right here. I swear that I'll stay here with you. Oh. it's alright. I'll be right here. I swear that I'll stay here with you. Hold me closer. I wanna stay here with you. All that we have is each other now. I promise I won't leave your side. Be who you are and you'll be enough. If you're giving me your love, giving me your love. All that we have is each other now. I promise I won't leave your side. I hope who I am is enough for you. If I'm giving
We're okay. Videography is okay. Everyone has submitted everything they needed to do, and everyone can be on site on the wedding day. My feelings yesterday were still valid because why do we wait until 5 days before the wedding to do that? But I've talked with people, talked through plans and everything, and I get it because the person that I originally talked to whenever we booked with back in June no longer works there, and so I think we kind of fell in a transition, which is still not on us, but people are people. I have grace with them. And especially because everything will be okay. And so if that's the big stressor of this week and it ends up that everything is okay and that's the finale, then we'll be fine. I wish we could have been fine without having to feel all that stress yesterday, but we will be fine. And we just did our last dance lesson for our first dance, which is so exciting. That has been something that's been so fun to do. It was an extra cost to the wedding, but it was so fun to learn a dance, get good at it. I mean, however it goes when we actually do the dance, it's not a performance, it's just fun. And so we're feeling good again. I hope I can sleep tonight. I hope I don't have any more wedding related dreams, but I almost also feel like the closer we get, the more it's just gonna happen. But I wanted to update you that videography is okay. Little 12-year-old Anna, who used to watch wedding videos, will be able to watch this one. We will have one. I just had 2 new dresses come in because I thought I was done buying them, and apparently I'm not. But this one I'm kind of thinking of wearing Friday for the bachelorette. It's not tied up quite right back there. It's just a little tie back. I don't know. I don't love it, but it might be better than anything else. We're just going out one place, so it doesn't have to be perfect. It's from Lucy in the Sky. So like I said, not so immediately in love with, but I do feel for Friday, it could just be really good probably. Okay, and then this one is what I'm thinking of having as a backup for the reception. I'm not convinced if I want to change out of my reception dress. No, change out of my wedding dress during the reception. And I kind of think I just want to have a dress on hand for backup in case I get uncomfortable in the long dress. And this is honestly a very pretty dress with the sequins and everything. My little caveat to it is that I have shorts on underneath it right now, but they're definitely little booty shorts, and the dress is not staying down. The second layer in it is not staying down. And so I feel fine knowing that I have the little booty shorts on, so it's not everything could fall out or anything, but also how much booty cheek do I want to be out and about at my wedding is kind of a TBD, but I really do like this. And then this is the back. It has a tie up top since the sleeves are so wide, but this is so fun, and I think it'll photograph well too, so I do really like it. I think I will keep it on hand to have as backup. I do maybe wish it were a couple inches longer, but you win some, you lose some. I think maybe if I sized up, it would have just been longer, because since it's tie in the back, you could technically tie those as tight or loose as you want to, and that's really the part that needs to fit you. So maybe size up if you want it to be longer. Because also I'm 5'3", so it's not there's a big length issue that usually happens. Welcome to the day of bridal appointments. We're starting bright and early with a facial. It's just going to be hydrating and glowy. Obviously, we're not doing a peel or anything like that. This is just meant to pamper and relax before the wedding. It was very nice waking up, sleeping in a little bit today and not having to go to work. I feel like this is the start to the weekend, but we have facial, we have nails, we have several errands to run, we have tan, we have laser hair removal, which isn't actually bridal prep. It's just the time they could get me in. So I was might as well put it in my day of appointments, but I'm very excited for this facial.
Bouncing up and down, far above ground. Am I in your car? My soul's twisting and turning. Every night I fall asleep.
I always look a little bit funny coming out of facials because like my hair gets banded back and now I'm like super shiny with SPF and everything. But she brought me flowers and I was so relaxed. Like that was the best facial in the world. Truly the perfect way to start off bridal weekend. And I like, this is so sweet. But time to go get my nails done.
Higher you bouncing up and down, far above ground. Am I in your car? Soul's twisting, almost hurting, like you are in me.
Nails are done. It was unvideoed, but I did go get lasered too. Like I said, that was unrelated to the actual wedding prep. It was just time for me to get lasered, which I guess also like is fitting for weddings since you'll be able to see my underarms in my dress. And now I'm in my tan attire and I'm gonna go get my spray tan. I did have a little moment, was it yesterday? When I was questioning going to get a tan or not, because all of a sudden I was like, it's a January wedding, like it's January, it's winter. And also just like with how different it makes my skin tone, I was kind of like, I kind of like my skin tone. But I do think overall, like being tan for my wedding and all the events around it and wearing white, like I'll be glad to have gotten a tan. But I was questioning it yesterday to where I almost canceled it. But I think I'll like it. I'm not very bronzy naturally, but I think it'll be good. And I think I won't be like looking at pictures and be like, oh, I don't look like myself just because I look tan. Like I think ultimately I'll feel like more confident and like even just look better. So I am gonna go get my tan. It's at the same place that I did a trial at back in November. It's called Beautifully Bronzed. It's in Brookhaven in the Atlanta area. And it took like 3 minutes last time I was there. So I'm hopeful for that again, but got my loose black clothing on. They do have express tans, but I'm just doing non-express, like regular. So I'll sleep in it tonight and then wash it off tomorrow morning.
Me.